All right, I hope you watched the first episode of Paul Knows Picking Vinyl Extravaganza. A lot of these we bought, didn't know if they'd be worth anything or not. We just bought them, and some are, some aren't. This is one I'm keeping for myself. Superman, the original radio broadcast. I just love that cover. I believe it's Neil Adams. Not 100% sure, but it sure looks like it. And there's the back. Lots of words, nothing fun. All right. This is Music of Faith and Inspiration, Reader's Digest Custom Edition. And it is, the album cover looks familiar. But there you go. It's got several vinyl records, a bunch of passages, and it is in almost perfect condition. But again, I have no idea if it's worth anything at all. And speaking of prayer, it's time to pray, America. Don't know. Almost looks like a Bernie Fuchs cover. Someone will correct me, I'm sure. But there you go. Probably thought it was worth something. This is at home with that other family. And well, you can see who was on the cover. It looks very strange. There you go. Got Nikita Khrushchev talking to somebody. David Ben-Gurion. Wow. A lot of old names in history. There you go. Now we're talking. Here's a great album. Turtles, Happy Together. She'd Rather Be With Me on White Whale Records. And it is a great album with great tunes. And there's the back of it, a little smoky there. What are they doing? We don't know. Now, if you're a young man in your 50s or 60s, Olivia Newton-John. If you love me, just let me know. Well, Olivia, can't go into that right now, but there you go. There's the back of it. What a talent. What a super talent. This is 30 Songs in 30 Days, the complete guitar experience player by Keith Urban. And these are DVDs, but it's got every one of them in perfect condition. And definitely got to look this one up because I don't think I've seen it around. I don't think we paid that much for it, but we paid a little bit. Now we're talking comedy. George Carlin, Class Clown. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I got in a lot of trouble with this at school. There's the insides. It is such a great classic album. The 7 dirty words are on this one, by the way, so don't say them. This is George Carlin, AM, FM. And my dad actually got this for me when I was probably 10 or 12 years old, something like that. And I don't think he ever listened to it because he probably wouldn't have bought it for me if he had listened to it. But I memorized this thing. Almost perfect condition. Great George Carlin back in the day. This is just an album called To the Good Life. Okay, I agree with that. Let's see what's going on here. I have no idea what this is about. Musical flights to glamorous places. Got Tony Bennett, Ray Conniff, all of the favorites back in the day. Have to look that one up. This is very cool. It's the vinyl version of Orson Welles' The War of the Worlds. Very cool cover. And it is the original radio broadcast. These are available everywhere, but I don't know if this particular vinyl version is available everywhere. I have to look that up. Again, one of the greatest albums ever. Band on the Run, Paul McCartney. I mean, just great. There's nothing you can say about this album that hasn't been said a million times. Great cover to cover, end to end. Another copy of The Big Chill. Been there, done that. All right. Paul Revere and the Raiders, 2 deluxe set. They were, I had probably every one of these albums growing up. Paul Revere and the Raiders, Good Thing, Hungry. What a great bunch of songs. Paul Revere and the Raiders. Here's Warren Zevon, Rip. Great album. Excitable Boy, probably his best album. And there's the back of that. Werewolves of London, of course, is on this album. Okay, I seriously have no idea what in the world would have a 3rd copy of the Big Chill soundtrack. If these are worth $1, I'd be shocked. But there it is, my 3rd copy, for no apparent reason. Steppenwolf live. Now you're talking. What a great band. I mean, if you watch the movie Easy Rider, you know Steppenwolf, they basically came up with the term heavy metal. And there's the back of that album. Boy, oh boy, that's a great soundtrack. Oh, here's another one. Donovan's Greatest Hits. Mellow Yellow, Sunshine Superman, Hurdy Gurdy Man, great songs. And there is the back of that album. It is a tree. Okay, moving on. This is what I would consider more modern album. This is El Dorado by the Electric Light Orchestra. The Wizard of Oz cover, very famous. And there's the back of it. Another great lineup of songs. ELO almost never misses. Still going, Jeff Lynne's still going around, I believe. Here's another Steppenwolf album, Born to be Wild. This might be worth something. It's a cool album, a little rough shape. There is the back of Steppenwolf. I got a pile of ones I got to look up. George Harrison. Comes with the poster. You got a little different for a while, but still great music from George Harrison. Can't complain about that. Another fantastic performer, all-time classic, Elton John, Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. Man, oh man, we were so lucky to have these kind of albums out when we were growing up. I know every generation thinks that, but we were right. And there you go. There's the other inside cover with the band listing. And then the back, Daniel. I mean, what a great song. Crocodile Rock. Lineup never ends here with Elton John. But speaking of an end, we've come to the end, and this is a reissue of Styx Miracles album. And if you like rock and roll music and you like good intros to rock and roll music, the intro for Man of Miracles, so good. Christopher, Mr. Christopher, another song you never ever hear. Unfinished Song. Look up for the video of Unfinished Song. Great song. Song for Suzanne. Dennis DeYoung wrote that for his wife. Having a Ball, Rock and Roll Feeling. These are all great vinyl records. And the last but not least, this is new-ish, but I'm gonna use it as my ender. Here is a calendar. 2022. Not collectible really, but I love Marvel, I love comic books, and I love that artwork. So there you have it, part 2 of Paul Knows Picking, the vinyl collection. Thanks for watching. Some of these will be listed on Little Green Men, and as always, like and subscribe.